Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
And I'm Simon.
Right, and in this video, we're comparing Austin, Texas barbecue versus Houston, Texas barbecue.
Yeah, that's right, Micah. We were lucky enough to be able to go to visit Texas, and specifically both in the city of Austin and the city of Houston, and try their awesome barbecue.
It was really great experience for both of us to try these barbecue spots. A lot of them are very popular, especially with Franklin and Truth.
Yeah, and then there's some kind of more up-and-coming barbecue spots like Interstellar, and some more classic spots like Pinkerton.
And first off, we're starting off in Austin, Texas, and we're comparing the legendary Franklin BBQ and up-and-coming Interstellar BBQ.
Yeah, these are two really popular barbecue spots. Franklin, probably something that most people have probably heard of. Interstellar, like you mentioned before, it's new, and they are actually a rising star also. In recent rankings, they've actually ranked in the top 3, I believe.
Yeah, Interstellar was really highly ranked. I think Franklin is still one of the top places in Austin, Texas. So both of these are top barbecue spots in Austin and in Texas alone.
And yeah, we were really happy that we were able to try these spots. Definitely for barbecue, these are definitely places that are worth it.
On the next location, we're in Houston, Texas, visiting both Truth Barbecue and Pinkerton.
And also, just similar to those in Austin, Texas, these Houston, Texas barbecue places are also very good barbecue. It just seems like you almost can't go wrong with any of these barbecue places, especially ones that are mentioned by any of those kind of popular barbecue magazines or any of those barbecue ranking websites. You know, they're pretty spot on, and you just can't go wrong. I'd be happy to continue giving my money and eating their barbecue, any one of these spots.
Yeah, I totally agree. I definitely will come back to both of these spots, and I will also recommend these to my friends and family as well. And I think these spots are really good, very tasty, very juicy, leaving you with a very happy stomach too.
Yeah, very fulfilling. So definitely you'll have a nice full belly. You know, you may fall into that food coma because it's a lot of food, but it's just so good. And so essentially we are going to be comparing these two cities and kind of what we thought were the best of the bunch.
Yeah, and then next up, we're going to compare the wait times within the 4 different locations here. So with these 4 locations, Pinkerton was the shortest wait time. There was pretty much no wait time. We showed up an hour early to every single location, and Pinkerton had 0 wait time. Interstellar was approximately like 15 minutes or so, and then Truth was still about an hour, even though we showed up an hour early. And with Franklin's, it was over 3 hours.
Yeah, with Franklin, is not surprising. If you'll watch other videos or read about Franklin, there are those who will show up around 5 or 6 a.m. and they open at 11. So definitely there is a long wait time for Franklin. So just note that, yes, if you are going to Franklin and you want to get to ensure yourself to get some of the barbecue from them, and you want to have all the choices to be there pretty early.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend anybody who wants to visit Franklin to bring a chair, bring some snacks, bring like a blanket or something, and especially if you're gonna show up that early. There's going to be a huge wait time, and it's kind of like a party too. Everyone's kind of tailgating out there, and everybody's got their cold drinks and hot drinks as well. They got their dogs and everything. It's pretty fun. Truth, not so much like a tailgate party, but there are still a lot of people in line, and they're all very friendly. I enjoyed waiting. It was fun.
And next up, we actually have the kind of the ordering process, and we just kind of wanted to show kind of what it looked like as you're walking through the line, going up to the counter, and how it looked like when you made your order.
Yeah, with every single one of these barbecue places, they all have a different style of ordering and what to expect when you're entering these restaurants. With Truth, even though you're waiting in line and you're heading up to the counter, there's like all the drink section right as you're waiting, so you can grab a drink. You can also watch the pits and the pit masters inside preparing all the barbecue food, and they also have sample too. I remember with that one.
Yeah, and if you want to kind of see more in-depth video of those places, don't forget to go back into our channel and you can find the episodes that specifically show each of these locations and kind of the whole process of what you kind of go through, and especially the video of the food itself. And so just don't forget to do that if you're interested. And now we are comparing the briskets for each location. They're actually really, really delicious. Nice and tender, great smoke ring, great bark, and lots of flavor.
Yeah, and with every single location, our rankings for these has to go to Franklin for number 1, and then number 2 with Truth, number 3 is Pinkerton, and number 4 is Interstellar. Basically, every one of these locations are really good, but consistency wise and tenderness, I think Franklin did a really amazing job.
Yeah, with many other videos out there and all the articles that are written on them, it's very true. Their brisket is just fantastic, and as Micah said, completely consistent in terms of each bite that you take. Just the meat itself, it just melts in your mouth, and you just don't find any kind of morsel of meat that is not tender, and so that's what makes them really, really great.
Yeah, I think in terms of the consistency, again, I have to talk more about that. There's like places we've been to, and I would have like a great bite and a great piece, but then Simon's would have like a bite where it's a little bit more dry. But again, with Franklin, they're just so consistent. Every single cut that we both had was good and very juicy.
And moving next, we are on to kind of a specialty item, and this one is an item that we are specifically pointing out with Interstellar BBQ. And in this case, it's a peach tea glazed pork belly, and this was just amazing. There's not too many places that I've been to, at least in terms of barbecue spots, that have pork belly that they do this way, and it is literally melt in your mouth deliciousness. The floral kind of flavors you get from the peach and the tea together, mixed with the savory deliciousness of the pork belly. It's just a mind-blowing combination. So I really love that.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's definitely a item that you have to try if you are in Austin and in the area to visit Interstellar for that peach glazed pork belly. It's just so good. On this next section here, we are comparing the ribs.
Yeah, and again, each place the ribs are pretty amazing. You just can't go wrong. So if you are kind of deciding which one that you must have versus what you want to have, just one, I would recommend having all of them because they're all really good and you're not going to be disappointed with anyone.
Yeah, I didn't really have ribs too much in each location, but I did have a bite off Simon's plate on those. Again, the ribs here, I think Franklin did a great job. Pinkerton, they did have a lot of great flavors as well.
Yeah, and for Pinkerton taking the kind of the first on this meat is because they had that, and in my opinion, just a really great blend of having very tender ribs, but not to the point where the ribs meat itself would just fall off the bone by just picking it up. So there's a little bit of a bounce still when you bit through, and there's a chew. So it had some substance at the same time being nice and tender. And so for me, that combination where those two things together just it made the ribs incredible, and just something that I remembered most from all these places that we ate.
And to wrap up our video, here are our rankings. Franklin goes for number 1, Truth is number 2, Pinkerton number 3, and 4th is Interstellar. Again, Franklin has the most consistency with every barbecue place that we went to. Yes, that 3.5 hour wait was definitely worth the time. I would definitely go Franklin again in the future if I have the time for it. It was really, really good.
Yeah, Micah, and to kind of echo you again, it's the consistency, and it's not consistency just within the one meats. It was literally the brisket, the sausage, the ribs, the desserts, just all across, up and down the board of the foods that they provided. Everything was just fantastic. And that's kind of what kind of made them come out on top. It wasn't just one meat alone, but it was just everything they offered. It made it just the experience and the deliciousness and everything that's good about barbecue. That's just what reminded you when you went to Franklin. But again, just to stress, every single one of these places are top notch. So definitely you won't be feeling cheated at all going to any of these places and having some great Texas barbecue. If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.